Kriega have a fantastic and well-founded reputation for making tough, waterproof motorcycle luggage. I've personally used their sling messenger bag for years and it's still going strong. I also fitted some OS adventure bags to my Triumph Tiger 800 and have more recently moved them across to my KTM 790 Adventure. So I will admit to being a fan, and when I decided to look for a more compact lightweight solution for the times I didn't want to run with full panniers, the OS Base caught my eye, but I'd only ever seen it fitted to the R model. Superficially the standard bike is the same, but I contacted Kriega to ask if the system worked with the standard bike's two-piece seat. Their response was, "Good question, we're not sure. So let's send you a set to test fit and we'll see how it works out." This video is therefore the result of that conversation. There were a couple of obvious compromises to make with this system. The overseat harness mount is designed for bikes that venture more off-road. As such, the grab handles and rear footpeg hangers need to be removed. Now, I never take a pillion passenger anyway, so I'm not too worried about that aspect. However, my SW Motec side carriers mount to these hangers, so moving between the systems can be problematic. Anyway, let's quickly look at what's involved in the initial fitting process. Okay, so in the box you have everything you need, all of the fittings, and there's not many of them to be honest, and the base unit itself, which is made from a very tough Hyperlon material with a full set of very comprehensive instructions. I'm fitting these with two OS 12 bags, but you can also fit the OS 6 and the OS 18. So first job is to undo the 4-star bolts that hold the standard carrier in place. Once you've got those undone, you can lift away the grab rails and put those away somewhere nice and safe. Then from the fitting kit, take the 4 aluminium spacers and place them over the screw holes in the tail, and then screw the carrier back into place using the 4 bolts supplied in the fitting kit. This raises the standard plate and you can see it gives you somewhere to run the straps when it comes to fixing the OS base into place. As I mentioned before, the only other job is to replace the rear footpeg hangers with the strap mounts that come in the kit. A simple 3-bolt job on each side, but it's complicated by where those bolts are positioned because they're not easy to get to. The one furthest to the back is actually easy to get to with a star key on an extension bar, but the front one is inconveniently positioned too close to the exhaust pipe and I couldn't get a socket on it. I did try with an Allen key style tool, but as the bolt was so tight I didn't want to risk damaging the star nut head, so I went on and took the inside of the 3 bolts out, which is easy to access, and went for plan B. This was a bit more drastic, but only having to undo 2 bolts and lift the exhaust out of the way meant that in the end it was actually a quicker way to get access to that bolt. I could then get a socket on the front one, take the hanger off and then bolt the strap mounts in place, but using a little bit of copper slip on the bolts to make sure they came out easily next time. It's a very neat low profile solution, leaving just enough gap for that strap to run through. The other side was much easier. Now it's time to fit the packs to the bases, and the bases are semi-rigid and are nice and tough. You've got several holes to fix them on. The 2 at the top are the same for all bags. The 2 in the middle for the OS 6, those are for the OS 12 and 18s, and the bottom ones are for the old Overlander 15 pack. Once you've undone the fixing straps from their position for packaging, it's then simply a case of pushing the loops from the pack through the relevant holes and connect the lightweight aircraft alloy fixing hooks. As you can see, it can be just a little bit fiddly to fix these on the first time because the material is tough and it is quite stiff until it's broken in a little bit. Once you've got all 4 hook and loops are fixed, you can then adjust the tightness of that bag to the base using the 2 straps on the front. You can then go ahead and put the second one on and we're ready to mount it. To fix it in place, it's simply a case of slinging the base over the rear seat. There is a slight difference on this because the seat on the standard model is higher than the R, but it still gives you plenty of room to push the straps through the strap mounts that you fitted and then hook them onto the loop on the bottom of the OS pack. There is a disclaimer on the packaging to say that there might be minor abrasion to the bodywork from the straps, but I think that's going to be very minimal. Then to fix the top end and fix the whole lot in place, you loop the straps around the adapters that we fitted earlier on. They hook onto another loop which is on the top of the OS base, and then it's just simply a case of pulling those top straps tight, and it pulls everything tight together from the loops around the bottom mounts and secures the whole lot in place. If you haven't seen or used them before, the OS packs are the traditional Kriega style roll top bags. They're made from a tough Hyperlon material as well as a 1000D Cordura. They're 100% waterproof and have a removable inner liner. As I mentioned earlier, these are the OS 12 packs that I fitted. The OS 6 can be fitted to these as well as the larger OS 18. You also get 2 KTM rack loops in the kit. Now these can be fitted on but do require drilling to the standard base to fit, but that enables you to then strap one of the OS packs on as a tail bag should you want that extra storage. I think it's a fantastic looking setup. When it's on the bike, it's very discreet, it's very narrow, it sits low and forward so the weight doesn't unbalance the bike in any way. It's very easily accessible, and even with these two 12-litre bags, I managed to get quite a bit of stuff in there. You've obviously got the option to put another pack on the rear carrier, and you can get one on the seat in between these two bags as well, so it's very flexible, and you can see from the rear it is a very narrow profile. In use, the bags are very stable, they don't wobble or flap around, and because of where they're positioned behind your legs, in poor weather they're quite well protected from the elements as well. It's easy to understand why these are popular with guys that ride a lot off-road. They're unobtrusive, they sit up out of the way, but they offer a 100% waterproof storage solution, and they're very flexible in the way that they can all be stacked together. So it's nice to see that they will fit the standard 790 for those riders that own that bike and are looking for a lighter, more compact solution. The only downside I can see is the removal of the rear footpeg hangers, so if you do have a pillion passenger on your bike regularly, that's not ideal, and also if you're using any luggage that mounts to those, as I do, that's a problem too. So whilst I'll show you how quick and easy it is to take off after your ride, let's look at some of the prices. If you already have bags to fit to it, then the base only will set you back £145. If you want that base with 2 OS 6 packs, that will set you back £295. It jumps to £323 with 2 of the OS 12 bags, and £343 with 2 of the OS 18s. But do remember, at that price you're getting a very tough 100% waterproof kit, and Kriega offer a 10-year guarantee on all of their products. So I hope if you have been looking at the Kriega OS Base, this has been a useful video. If you've got any questions about the setup or anything in the video, then drop me a question in the comment section down below. I'll leave links to the products and pricing and places you can go to find them in the description as well. If you like the video, then hitting that like button is great. Hitting that subscribe button is even better. So I just want to thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.